All right, so it's Daily Dose, Acts chapter 5. It's Monday, and I want to read a story and kind of break this down for us over the course of the week. So I'm just going to go ahead and read the story of Ananias and Sapphira. All right, here's the story Acts chapter 5, beginning in verse 1. Now, a man named Ananias, together with his wife Sapphira, also sold a piece of property. With his wife's full knowledge, he kept back part of the money for himself, but brought the rest and put it at the apostles' feet. Then Peter asked Ananias, "How is it that Satan has so filled your heart that you have lied to the Holy Spirit and have kept for yourself some of the money that you've received for the land? Didn't it belong to you before it was sold? And after it was sold, wasn't the money at your disposal? What made you think of doing such a thing? You have not just lied to human beings, but you've lied to God." When Ananias heard this, he fell down and died, and great fear seized all who heard about what happened. Then some of the young men came forward, wrapped up his body, and carried him out and buried him. About 3 hours later, his wife, Sapphira, came in, not knowing what had happened. And Peter asked her, he said, "Tell me, is this the price you and Ananias got for the land?" "Yes," she said, "that is the price." Peter said to her, "How could you conspire to test the Spirit of the Lord? Listen, the feet of the men who buried your husband are at the door, and they will carry you out also." At that moment, she fell down at his feet and died. And then the young men came in and, finding her dead, carried her out and buried her beside her husband. Verse 11, great fear seized the whole church and all who heard about these events. And it's a long passage. It's a story that I want to encourage you today. I want you to read over the story. And here's what I want you to do today. I want you to think about this story. I want you to think about the story because I think it really, initially, we think it's about money, and yet it's something so much deeper than just money. And I want to talk about that over the next couple days. I want to talk about the deception, and then I want to talk about the discovery, and then I want to talk about their death. Okay. And then I do want to get back to this idea of financial resources and our money and how we worship God with our money. So we're going to kind of navigate this week, just this story in Acts chapter 5. And I think we're going to learn some really cool things together on the Daily Dose. So your assignment today, read Acts chapter 5, 1 through 11, and just kind of list out and think through what are some of the points that we're going to be looking at and maybe perhaps the Spirit of God is speaking to you about. All right, I'll see you tomorrow on the Daily Dose.